So a lot of people are doing their gachas, doing their waifu staring, buying skins, and all that jazz, right? But what's at the end of the road for an Azure lane player? Say you're playing for 2 years now, 3 years, 4 years even. What's at the end of the road for those kind of players? Well, that's what this video is going to be talking about. Now, there's going to be some things I talk about in this video there's going to be some things I don't talk about in this video, such as like gear research and all that jazz for end game player progression, because these are the things you do every single day, whether you like it or not. Most people do these things every single day. You don't have to be an end game player to do these kind of things, but it's something. The moment you start, you're basically doing it forever, right? Commissions, gear research, all that jazz. Those are not end game player progressions, at least not to me. So this video is going to be talking about specifically for end game players and what end game player progression is like, and what people do when they're so far deep into the rabbit hole for Chinese boats and what's here, right? So let's cut this to be quick, so I don't have to take up a lot of time. So, anyways, most endgame player progression, they fall between a lot of things, right? There's a lot of things a lot of people do, and there's some things that's really optional. It depends like what kind of player you are and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to talk about those specifically. These are just things that you can do to like find some kind of progression or whatever. But there's like extreme ones out there, but I'm not going to talk about those. These are just basically the general endgame stuff that most people do. The first one is easy. Collection. Right, collection is one of those things that everyone in this game does. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna be a collection player. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna farm for those drop ships and all that jazz. That's what endgame player is all about. So as of right now, for me, because I'm pretty late, I gotta farm World 13 ships. 13 ships, obviously, you gotta use like 115 plus ships to do these kind of maps. You're gonna sit here and farm for a bit, get these ship drops, and you're done, right? Once you hit your 100%, it's gonna take a long time. That is probably one of the biggest goals a lot of people have in this game. It is 100% collection. So that's basically one of them. The second one is gonna be Operation Siren's cat paw print farm. Now, cat paw print is one of those things that's very intense on investments, because if you want to get the maximum benefits out of cat paw print farming, you're gonna have to invest into some pretty high level cats. Specifically 2 level 30s, but you farm cat paw prints because they give UR gear prints. What UR gear prints are these things right here. You want these because these things are very limited in the game, and you only get 3 a month from the shop, and then the other ones is RNG, but you get 3 a month, and you use these to make gears that are in the shop as of right now. The most hyped up gear as of right now is the wyverns, and what people start off there is the wyverns as of right now. Of course, there's going to be more stuff added later on into the game, but as of right now, wyverns are the biggest one, because as of right now, it's the most quote unquote valuable rainbow gear that you can make from gear labs, and these things cost these things right here, and you need a lot of them. So the best way to farm for these is the cat paw prints. Aside from the 3 monthly you get every single month reset, you can farm for these from cat paw prints. That's one way to do it. That's going to take a long time, but that's one way to do it. And to get to that state, you're going to have high level cats, right? Because high level cats means you're going to have more chances to proc criticals from the cat power prints that you get, meaning you're probably going to get better loot. In order to get high level cats, you need EXP. To get EXP, you're going to have to buy cats every single day. And that's going to take, even then, it's going to take many months. So you're going to have to cough up 21,000 coins every single day. To some people, that's very hard, but if you want to find the best way to do it, you can definitely just do the 1200 oil commission if you don't have much time, or some people just sit there and just farm 2-1 all day. 2-1, 7-2, those two maps are the ones that people farm the most of. High coin gain maps, 2-1 and 7-2, so people just do that all day. That's one thing endgame players do, just sit there and just farm a lot of coins, and eventually when it's reset, just go to the shop and buy your cats, and then eventually feed those cats into your main cat until they're level 30. Then once you get your level 30 cats, you take that and you go farm for cat paw prints. That's what I'm doing as of right now. I'm going to be working on my second level 30 cat, and hopefully I can farm more rainbow prints. Doesn't have to be aircraft, I just want rainbow prints. So that's also another thing. Another end game thing that most people can do is metal farm right here. So metal farming right here is basically there's a lot of these metals right here that you can farm. Drops. Oh, I'm missing one more for this. Victories. This tier 2 ones are hardest ones to get. These things right here, which is like 24, 120 ships. A lot of people have trouble with these, but hey, if you want to have them for flexing, by all means go ahead, because having tier 2 metals is pretty cool. I won't lie. So that's also another thing endgame players can do. Another thing, the fifth thing, is fleet technology grind. So as of right now, the biggest ones that everyone should get is try to aim for the 9894, because this is the max levels that you get. You get a lot of benefits from stats on these. And once you're done here, you can work on this thing called Permastats, which is basically when a ship hits level 120, they give one permanent stat to a ship. So for example, if you go to tech right here, these are permanent stats I gain from ships hitting 120, right? Each type of ships gives a specific stat at 120, so that's battleship right there. This is going to be carriers. My carrier is not that high, but I'll work on it one time or another. We have light cruisers right here. A lot of permanent stats that you can gain for your ships when they hit 120. So if you're bored, you can farm permanent stats. Just look it up on a wiki. What stat that specific ship gives at 120, and you're good to go. And now those are the normal things to do. There's also events as well. What events most people do is if there's like a new gear or whatever, people try to farm the new gear out, right? So last event we had Zara's gun. I didn't farm Zara's gun, but people wanted to. For Zara's gun case is good for medium armor. Now all event guns aren't going to be best in slots perfectly. Now some are going to be upgrades from what you currently have. Go ahead and farm for some. But for some people, maybe that gun is like 1% better than like a current best in slot gun you have as of right now. So some people go ahead and try to min-max that. Even if it's like a 1 or 2% damage gain, it's something to them. So people do that gear farming in the long run. And I'm not going to talk about leaderboarding stuff because this is optional, and people sometimes don't like doing this. Some people do like doing it. By all means, if you want to, go ahead. But yeah, that's it. That's endgame grinding for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy that. It's not that exhilarating compared to other games. But then again, most gacha games, most mobile games, endgame is just min-maxing at that point. So, collection, farming for more gear prints from the gear labs, upgrading your cats. Cats is also another thing as well. Metal collection if you want to, permastat and fleet technology grind, and of course farming more gear from events because those are limited gear. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you guys enjoyed a taste of what it's like to be an endgame player, because all of it is just grind. And I'll see you guys in the next video.